thing after the announcement comes on.
Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to I'm Just Saying Live. We are here for another wonderful episode that we hope that you enjoy. Now, as you can see, we are going to be having on a special guest. But before we get into that, I am Tennille Thomas, your hostess with the mostest, and I definitely have my fellas with me. So let's get this show cracking, okay? So, who do I have here with me? This over here looking distracted. These glasses is doing the most. The light is doing. Okay, go ahead. What you got to say?
Call me underscore Ant. What's up? How about them Texas, dog?
Lord Jesus, let me hurry up and bring Tucker on. How about them Texas? Come on, Tuck. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're good. Let me tell you. See this man. You see this man over here. He in his rare form as usual.
Yeah.
Cutting up. He's the cut up, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, this about them Texas, man.
Hey, they leading the division, dog.
They what?
Leading the division.
Say it again. Didn't nobody hear you?
I think that everybody is just still so shocked.
Right.
I think that it has absolutely nothing to do with that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, here on I'm Just Saying Live, we like to talk about a little bit of everything, okay? We're going to talk about relationships today. We're going to talk about what's going on in Israel. We're going to talk about these HBCU school shootings. And we've got Houston's own Slim Thug that we are going to share a little information about today in our entertainment news segment. So make sure you sit right there, relax, and enjoy as we about to get started, okay? And you know how we like to start this. It's Tuesday, and we need to start off with our weekend recap. Big. Are you ready for some weekend recap?
Oh yeah.
Now, you know, I've been building these collages every week, ladies and gentlemen, of all the little different things that go on over the course of our weekend. I'm always complaining that Tucker don't be having nothing, no pictures to send us from his wonderful weekends, you know, away from us. But this week we were together. Okay. So I had no choice. I wanted to make sure that I also took time to put one of our supporters, because he is always, even if it's just for a little bit, he makes sure that he pops on. That's Jermaine down there in the corner. So I want to say, what's up?
Got my dog.
Yes, for sure. What's up, B? Thank you so much for popping in today as well. My friend India, her baby. Look at that bump, y'all. If y'all ever know India, and she is always outside to the T. And baby, that bump is bumping. We had her baby shower celebrating her baby dreams entrance into the world. We got about another month to go. So I'm sure y'all see some really cute pictures of her. Now, I started mine off early. I went to Whiskey River on Thursday. There's the picture in the top up there. Anthony said his pictures you never can see, and he gets mad that you can't tell that it's him on the photos. Out there in the world, they can see that, you know, they can see the pictures. But he is their picture behind Colton and Corbin and I. And so we had a great time over at Tucker's this weekend as well. I don't know what he did with the rest of his weekend, but what was this, Saturday or Sunday?
This was Sunday.
It was Sunday, and
Sunday over there.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. We did also do something that I want to talk about here, but when we get into sports, we're going to talk about Red Zone for a little bit, okay? Y'all might have put a little bit of information out there for Red Zone, because I have always been talking about how it is only for people with ADHD, but it seemed to have the whole room enthralled this weekend. So, and I don't know if it's just Red Zone or if it's when companies have a ton of screens that throws me off. But Red Zone was a little bit more easy to follow. We did also take time to go out with some customers of ours. Thaddeus and his wife were celebrating her birthday. So we went over to Grand Lux Cafe, and they're pictured right there in the center. We had a great time with them. We love hanging out with, you know, couples. of like-minded folks or whatever, raising their kids, trying to get it out there. You know, we like singles too, but we like hanging out with couples as well. So we went out there yesterday. That was fun. Tucker, what did you do with the rest of your weekend? And I'll pop this down.
All I did was, man, I spent time with the kids. We kind of hung out. I took some classes, did some training. I had to do a little bit of work. So other than that, it was a normal dad weekend. You know how that goes.
All right, I know you just saw that comment that came up during that comment that came up from Miss B Jones in regards. It said, Tuck, don't you mention ATL, but you can't talk Anthony Edwards because young man balling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's going to make another All-Star game appearance this year. This time I predict he's going to be a starter. He's not going to come off the bench. He's going to be voted in as a starter. But my Falcons, third week in a row, we lost a heartbreaker at the end. I'm not going to get into it.
Let's not get into it till we get to sports. Look, you said till we get to sports. Y'all can have y'all time. What I'm about to do, ladies and gentlemen, is make sure that we talk about some really serious news that has been going on before we get to our special guests and things of that nature that are coming up. Y'all know, first of all, wait, let me say y'all been out there stealing. I got to put this out there. Y'all been out there stealing.
What they stealing?
Y'all and these self-checkout lines, ladies and gentlemen, self-checkout lines. Large stores, including Walmart and Costco, are rethinking self-checkout lanes. Hallelujah, because I hate them. I'm one of those people that if they give me the opportunity, I'm complaining, okay? Widespread customers' complaints is what they've been having, and escalating retail crime. So y'all been out there stealing. They saying that y'all walking away with all their goods and materials, and they tired of y'all. So they are rethinking the idea that everybody else has followed. The grocery stores have followed. Everybody has followed. And I just wanted to tell y'all, stop stealing. But if you get something good, you hit your girl up because she is always willing to purchase a black ticket item.
It's not called stealing.
That's stealing.
They call it boosting.
What you call it, Tuck?
Boosting.
Shoplifting.
It's stealing. But hey.
But we're gonna buy from the boosters.
Right.
Y'all be careful. If y'all out there, doing it, so this is my way of telling you to watch your back because they are trying to crack down on this right now. So this holiday season, if you were thinking you was about to come up, you might need to be careful. Okay, definitely be careful out there.
Wait, speaking of holiday season, y'all hit me up, call me _Ant_.
You know what?
If you got anything on the black market you're trying to get rid of.
Y'all, he is the strictest one. He is the toughest one. He don't even be wanting you to bring his house.
Hey, if it's edible, I'm not worried about it. I can cook it up.
All right, we got another comment. It says, glad they stealing from y'all, not wanting to do your job anyway, but I don't steal. Let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. They don't want to do any work and they don't want to pay you to do it because sometimes when I'm in there ringing that stuff up, I feel like they ought to be giving me a check. The machine not working. I got to call for assistance. It's just too much. I'm just saying.
So after you check out, do you hit the likes? Do you hit the 5 stars? What do you give them?
What? I'm definitely not giving you no user information on me. No, I'm not going to tell you whether or not I like you.
So are they really checking the receipts or they just looking at the receipts?
You know, some of them people can't even see. They old at the door. Most of them at the door old. Right?
And if you come through there like her, frowning up, them old white women just look at her, have a nice day.
Oh, the lady at the Sam's. Let's talk about this real quick. Don't ask me for my Sam's Club membership when I'm coming there. You know I can't get out of here with goods if I don't have a membership. That's number one. Unless people are coming in there to harass people and I don't know, or you just coming in there to steal. Maybe this is why they're been asking me. But bitch, it's in my purse. I ain't got time to be digging it out because I got about 30 cards in here. I do not have time to dig it out. I'm going to dig it out while I'm pushing this basket around the store before I get up to the register. How about that?
The thing is that with those, self-checkouts being more and more prevalent, it goes to show where the value in the companies where they're putting their value, right? They're putting their value not in necessarily in employees, but into efficiency, into trying to make everything seamless to make it a better shopping experience. But for consumers, like that self-checkout is like you said, it's a hassle sometimes. Sometimes the scale don't work, the card thing out, you can't use cash. You got to use a card over here, cash over here. So it's a double-edged sword, I think, for big companies. So they have
right, because they want to be able to get people, they want to give people what they want, which was a faster checkout experience. But now that they're losing on it, of course they're going to change it.
What I hate though is when that person pull up into the self-checkout and they got that big ass cart. All that there. I'm like, how this is this is not meant for that.
Too, because they try to, tell you to go to certain lanes and this, that, and the other.
Right.
20
Y'all, and I'm sorry, we got off on a tangent.
20 items a list.
Yeah, 20 items a list. Y'all, I'm sorry, we got off on a tangent. What I really, really wanted to talk about today, and I don't want to run out of time, Tuck, is Israel. The things that are going on in Gaza with the Hamas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been discovered over the course of the weekend. There were several reports on it, and I just wanted to talk about this real quick. There were several reports that they were using these hospitals, especially children's hospitals, as hideout centers, as place to hold hostages, things of this nature. And, people were bringing them in, allowing the news reporters to see the different things that had been going on as to why they felt like they had been staged there. They took the generators with them when they left. There are several small children, babies that were in incubators. They pulled them out the incubators, ladies and gentlemen. I think like 12 of the babies have passed away. And that's what I'm getting to, Anthony. When it is a time of war, I know it all looks bad. If it becomes a time of war here on our soil, they're going to do exactly the same thing. There will be no remorse given. War is war in my eyes. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Please put it in the comments so that we can comment on what you have to say when it comes to war. Is it okay to be using large hospitals and underground? You're going underground at the hospital. Guns, and this is another place that's easy to take over. I'm surprised that people haven't thought of it before. This is a place that's easy to take over because everybody is there is sick or attached to a machine outside of the workers.
Well, in war, everything is fair game.
Well, no, there were like in the Geneva Convention. Like there's certain things you are not supposed to do in regards to war. That's why certain people get charged with war crimes within the midst of a conflict, right? So like bombing hospitals was supposed to be off limits from that.
Hospitals and schools.
Yeah, hospitals and schools and basically where churches, like religious establishments, stuff like that. So that's usually where supposed to be off limits, but not.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to be laughing at what you were talking about, but somebody posted, y'all, it's people eating free in the Costco. It's for members. I'm just saying. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Go to the weekend. They got all the samples out.
Look, for real. And then look.
Because I'm sorry, y'all killed me with that one. I was like, wait a minute now. Come on now. That's what this is all about. We love to hear that.
Hey, look, though, for real, back to the self-checkout. They are hounding you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tuck.
No, I was gonna say at Costco, they're hounding you at the checkout. Like they watching. Like usually, they making sure you remember now. You know what I'm saying? Sam's and Costco. They like,
I don't go to Costco. I'm a Sam's girl, and you cannot check out without your Sam's card. Period. So you can't get out of the store with the stuff. Period. Now you could be in there eating for free. You could very well be doing that.
Yeah, but sometimes you let your family member borrow your card and stuff. Like at Costco, they trying to crack down on all that. Like ain't no borrowing.
They checking ID.
Definitely using my card.
We passed. I was all the way up to Dallas.
Mama, go get you one. Just print another one.
Yeah, but Sam's is not like that. The Costco is cracking down. So
yeah, okay. So Sam's is probably headed that way too. Let's get back on a serious topic, ladies and gentlemen. We do like news, but we do like to keep it light. I'm going to say this for as far as me and my family. I think we're on one accord. We were talking about when it does come a time of war, and we know that there should be rules per se, but in my eyes, if somebody's trying to win, there should not be rules.
I mean, like I say, throughout history, it has been shown and proven that, you know, when wars go on, they will take your home, house, property, whatever you own, just to keep the troops safety or safe. So everything is fair game. Nothing actually belongs to you during the wartime. Because the thing is, the troops are out there to protect us. And if they need to come in your house to hide out, they're gonna do it. And there's nothing you can do about it.
B. Jones says, y'all, these people don't give a F about nothing but their cause. We better understand the art of war. Period.
They stay the course.
Let me say this. I know it's a big thing that's happening, and you know it's a worldwide event. But I personally feel like, as Black people, like we don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we should focus our energy more toward internal and fix our crap within, and stop trying to focus our energy on every other community. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, when they always had these Facebook things where, you know, you remember when France got bombed, everybody putting they France flag up on it, on their page, or with anything that's happening, like with Israel, you know, everybody got they're choosing sides. With the Ukraine thing, same thing. Like, man, that stuff don't concern us, Black folk. Focus on us, dog.
Because really, honestly, I didn't think we were going to be talking about that if the children had not been involved. I did not think that we were going to be talking about, but these babies are passing away, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who's going to start.
It's a real thing.
Get them some generators and get some incubators over there, but something needs to happen. I have absolutely no idea how to do that.
Wait.
But what I thought I was going to be, you know, talking about is not even a topic of discussion, because things like this are happening. You know. You know, I'm thinking about them transporting people here to the United States. We were talking about having, you know, a conversation in regards to them bringing people. But this is why people are leaving these countries, ladies and gentlemen. Stuff like this is happening every day, and we're not paying any attention to it. Because, like Tuck said, what do you got to do with us?
Right. And that's my thing. Agreeing with both of y'all. What does it have to do with us? But at the same time, why we can't protect our own country? Why we can't take care of our own people over here first? What they always say, start home.
Start at home.
Start home. Go ahead, Coach.
Now it is piggybacks right out. I was going to say this. When we have policy in the way we have, like, think about it like this. This administration straight up is saying Ukraine and Israel is more important than what we got going on in
your own homeland.
They're letting everybody in the borders, but they sending out billions to these two countries instead of taking care of what we need here at home. And so these are the things people need to keep in mind and not be emotional when they go vote, but they need to understand and be logical. Like, these are the actual things that matter and affect us. You're sending money overseas, billions of dollars overseas, when we need help here. Man, you know, Black folks been
and B. Jones says our babies are dying every day from things that could easily be cured, solved, whatever. And we're gonna dead that, because I think that's a very good point to make. Everybody, make sure that you're putting your hands on the ground right here in your very own city. We're going to be talking about Mr. Slim Thug later for doing exactly that and trying to rebuild neighborhoods here in the area. So I'm excited that links to that as well. And before I let you go, of course, Annual Underwear Fair is also looking for team members. We need y'all to put your hands on the ground right here and in Denver, Colorado, and across the U.S., ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to keep on spreading the word. We are also going to keep bringing attention to undergarment disparity, which is our thing. So if you're okay with coming out and helping some kids become the best they can be and return to school happier, healthier, and safer, join up. Tuck's part of the group. We always having a good time. Look, in charity name. Okay.
Send the application out to.
All you have to do is go to www.auacharity.com. The registration link is right up on the top of the page. Okay.
Did that.
Okay. That part. You can do it right there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, remember that the Black Art Festival is coming up November the 18th and 19th. Okay, there's the information there. I'm sure you can find it on their page as well. I'm gonna keep pushing through these because we got a lot, and we got a lot to talk about, and it's almost time for our special guest. Okay, so remember, couples. Unison. Now, I'm not talking about couples that married in 20. Them aren't the only ones that we want to come out. We need everybody. If you want to come out with your boo and do something different, guys, this is the perfect date night for you and somebody who wants to do something different. If she has expressed to you that she want to get outside and she don't want to do the norm, this is all that stuff that everybody was talking about. The girls were making a list about they didn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. Come see how limber she is.
Hey.
See,
you guys,
however she is, come stretch out at Unison Couples Yoga and more with us.
Okay? If you ain't smashed yet, bring them.
bring her. Yeah, and then you're gonna definitely see what's going on. Because if the legs don't want to move and they feel a little tight, maybe she all right.
There you go.
Get on my nerves. Unison Couples and more. Y'all make sure that you go and purchase your tickets now. That also is going to be on November the 18th. And remember, Go DJ High C and his wife Ann will also be in the building for that event.
Oh, next weekend.
All right, it's coming up quick. Remember that Cool Dads 5K run is still going on, ladies and gentlemen. I can't remember. I think that this date has changed. So please check out on their Instagram page at CoolXDad. Check out on their Instagram page what the exact date is, because I think I posted this before they had changed the date on us. All right, there's also a toy drive coming up. You know, I love giving back, and I want y'all to be informed about nonprofits around the city and the different things that they are doing. So Christmas in the Hood toy drive is coming up December the 6th. This flyer will also be posted to our @IJS Live page on Instagram. So make sure you go and check it out. If you just have toys that you would like to donate, but you cannot go to the event, you can do that as well.
We're gonna do that again.
Oh, we always doing that. We always give them some toys. Then we telling people all our business. Look, no, I'm playing. Y'all know
from the north to the south.
We give all year, baby. We got Santa in the bag. Okay, we bring in something to somebody if they say they need some help. Now,
your grandkids?
Guys, y'all don't have much time. My grandkids too. They always need something. We're gonna get them stuff too. Guys, I know I didn't leave you guys much time to get in on these sports. Maybe we'll save our red zone conversation for another time. Tell us about the weekend recap on sports. Here's sports with the fellas, ladies and gentlemen.
Red zone.
No.
Yeah,
talk about it. Hey, you said sports with the fellas. Let's go, Coach. Coach Stuck invited us over to his house. And man, I never seen red zone before. I seen the balls, never paid no attention. But sitting in front of the TV when you watching 4 games or 6 games at one time in the red zone, hey, that's the shit to get. I'm telling you. I'm gonna have it next year unless he send me his link.
Look,
get it for free.
I got you, dog. I got you.
Baby was like, what's password to that?
Hey, but watching them games.
Trying to share your Netflix.
Hey, I'm talking about from the Texans to the Cowboys to we're gonna talk about the Giants because they got their ass toe up. But Frisco, Cleveland, just watching all the games back to back, just from one to another. Hey, it was a little too much, but I guarantee I loved it a lot.
What I like about the red zone is it's supposedly you're supposed to get every score in play, right? Which is like the most exciting parts of the game. But they also show you the things that happen throughout the game, that the most important plays that lead up to those scoring plays, the turnovers, the sacks, they show, basically they give you the full context of each game, which I like. So and it's like I told y'all Sunday, man, it's like football crack. Like you know, it's constant action. It's not that downtime that you normally get when you're watching one game, the timeouts, the commercials, none of that. It's straight, like this game on timeout, we're going this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that. So that's why.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But hats out to the Texans. Hats out to the Cowboys. Hats out to Cleveland. I mean, hey, it was a lot of games that went down to the wire that were actually won by a couple points. So it was
a
real
lot of close games.
Great.
We just want to give our advertisement for the red zone. That's it. That's how
y'all not supposed to do that. Y'all supposed to go and get some money from them first. I gotta teach y'all how to get the bag. Okay. Y'all should have said, oh, you know what? You can actually use this video where y'all talked about them so good. You're gonna send it to them and say, we'll do this every week.
We learn it from
if y'all give us a free subscription or something. Okay, we'll do
that. We do that.
All right.
Wait, one more thing before we go. Okay. Let's talk about them Rockets beating the champions.
Hey, look, Rockets beat up on Golden State and they beat up on the Lakers pretty bad.
Okay. Yeah. So, and they beat the defending.
And they beat Denver. NBA yeah, they beat the brakes off Denver too. So the Rockets
I'm not gonna say it like that, but they whooped Denver ass, boy. Sorry, Coach B, but you got your ass tore up last night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:30 and it is time, because you know we love edutaining you, period. Okay, we like to do that. Not only have we taught you about Red Zone today, but we have also taught you about what was going on with the Hamas. We've talked about some other things, and we have more in store. But right now, we have our very, very special guest that I'm going to add to the stage right now. And I asked her, maybe she might have to do it herself, but
Adjoa.
Okay.
So easy.
See, I could have got that if I would have tried.
It's high. Okay.
We have a very special guest here. I'm going to allow her just to tell a little bit about herself and what she does. Now, if you saw the flyer, I did make sure that I put up their social media handle for the company that she works for. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing started right now. Let's go, girl. How you doing?
Hi.
The show.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. I heard you guys were talking about Hamas and serious issues and then joking about sports. I was like, you guys just touch on everything, huh?
We got to try to put a little bit of everything in there because we just saying about a lot. It's a lot going on every day.
That is very true. That is very true.
So tell us a little bit about the company that you work. Tell us a little bit about the company that you work for and what y'all have going on.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Adjoa Kyerematen, and I represent National Minority Equality Forum. We call it NMQF. It's a national nonprofit that's been around for about 30 years, the largest minority health organization. And what we do every day is get up and fight for our Black and Brown communities across the country to have better access to optimal health care. And we try to educate by going into communities across the country, going into barbershops, churches, everywhere, really to talk about healthcare, to provide resources so that we can live longer and better.
Hey, I'm going to tell you. So you may not know, but we are all about the same thing here. We are also part of a nonprofit, and we do exactly the same thing. That's why I thought that it was going to be really, really important to bring you on because we're having events that we would love you guys to be a part of because y'all do health screenings, which we feel like are super important, especially to the Black community.
Very.
Absolutely, absolutely, because you know, the picture changes when you catch things early, especially when it comes to cancer, which is what we're focused on with our upcoming health fair in H-Town on November 19th at Brentwood Baptist Church at 11:30 a.m. We're going to be bringing cancer screenings, just like you said, because when we're talking about going from a stage 4 diagnosis where sometimes they just give you for colorectal cancer, they just give you 14% chance to live at that point. For breast cancer, 22% chance to live. But if you catch a stage 1 colorectal cancer, you have a 90% chance of living. If you catch a stage 1 breast cancer, you have a 98% chance of winning, of living. A long life, a high quality life. Be there for your children and your family and your loved ones. And unfortunately, you know, for our communities, we're not catching it at the right stages. It's just that simple. So now, it's all about screening. If you don't participate, then you're not going to be able to catch these things early in order to fight them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know here I go with my personal testimonies. You know that this year I found out that I had stage 1 breast cancer, but I found it through checking myself, like they told us way back in school to do your self breast exams in the shower, before you have to come to something like this. But we know that there are a lot of uninsured, not only African Americans, but people in crisis living areas who do not have access to medical care. So they're not getting checked. So something like this is really detrimental when it comes to finding out. So if you think you have anything going on, this is one of those times where you need to get out there. I tell people all the time that, that basically saved my life. And that's the first thing that you think about is, oh my gosh, I got to be here. They have a wonderful dad, he's wonderful, but I want to be here to get my own kids up off the ground.
Yeah.
You want to have this as a hands-on experience, and you don't want them to have to deal with that loss. So if you are serious, not only about yourself, but about your kids, get out here, go get checked by
Yeah.
any means necessary. She's providing the opportunity.
And Tennille, I'm so glad you shared your story. I would love to showcase you more on NMQF's platform. So we should talk after this, girl. But
Definitely.
it is about it's unnecessary loss. It's unnecessary heartbreak. That's the point. Can't we're at the end of cancer as we know it. I wanted to spread that testimony today. We are at the end of cancer as we know. Remember when we were so afraid of HIV/AIDS that used to be a death sentence,
And
and
it was
now
only for gays. Cancer
yeah,
was only for older people.
right.
I'm old, but I ain't that old, You understand what I'm saying? But there are the faces are getting younger when it comes
Yes.
to cancer and comes to disease detection, if you will. So,
Yes. And I'm so glad you talked about the uninsured too. I didn't want to lose that point.
okay.
Because at the fair, we will have a health insurer there to cite up those who are uninsured. So we will be able to provide some help there. Being uninsured should not stop you. There's so many kind of services out there, resources out there for folks who are uninsured, underinsured, to make sure that you can fight these diseases without bankrupting your family. That should not be, especially for women. Sometimes we don't want to know the truth because we think that we don't want to bring extra stress into our families. I lost my aunt that way to breast cancer, because she didn't want to tell anyone until it was too late, and that was again an unnecessary loss. We would have been there for her, fought with her from the beginning. So I think about that all the time, and just to say, don't let anything stand in your way to get checked. And if you don't know how to get checked, that's part of why you come to these fairs too. We will show you, how to do a self breast exam. We will show you how to get a clinical breast exam to get that, extra assurance, and we will provide it on site as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't mean to slight cancer in any way because I feel like it is a very big deal. I've got my supporters on here with me. But I also need you guys to know, because I know a lot of you guys don't know, but you may be guessing, and diabetes may run in your family. You guys are also doing big strides in the way of doing diabetes testing, correct?
Yes, well, in fact, so at the fair, we'll have diabetes checks, blood pressure checks, oral checks, vision checks. Okay, so we do it all because sometimes a lot of these conditions can be underlying for more serious conditions and diseases. So we want to just do a full round checkup. So MD Anderson Cancer Center, they'll be there. Texas AMU pharmacy, they will be there. So we will have lots of doctors, clinicians, nurses on site providing free health services right there. And we'll have a lot of giveaways. We'll make it fun. So we'll have Zumba.
Okay.
Okay. We'll have a live band. We'll have a DJ. We'll have lots of activities for kids, face painting, balloon making. So we'll make it fun as well.
So, guys, I before okay, so everybody, if you are just tuning in, we are on with a representative from the National Minority Quality Forum. Go check them out on social media so you can know about their upcoming events. Okay, about their upcoming events and things that they have going on. But right now, we are talking about where you can go to a health fair, get free screenings, not only for cancer, but diabetes. And I have to shout out the Rose. The ladies over there are so nice. They did help me through my process. They are one of the sponsors, or they have partnered for this event as well. So I can't wait to see you guys along with MD Anderson. I believe there's a Survive Her, TRS Health. And I'm cheating over here a little bit because I know you were trying to work down the list. We've got Brentwood Church, who's also is that going to be the location, correct?
That's the location, Brentwood Baptist, and we want to thank them so much for being amazing hosts. And they have their cancer support ministry. So if you didn't know about that, check them out. But we have a long list, over 20 partners will be there. Harris County Health Department will be there. You will have some of your city council persons will be there too, spreading some information. So it's just a collaborative effort between national and local organizations, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. They will be there to provide information about rare blood cancers, another thing we don't talk enough about in our community, but we get. So, again, we're just really thankful for all of our partners who have chosen to participate.
So, so I have a quick question. So, from your experience of like being with the organization for as long have you've been doing this for a while in the community. What are some of the things that you see in the community where or why people don't necessarily prioritize their health or prioritize going to the doctor, getting those screenings, and going through that whole process?
First of all, I think we need to stop blaming ourselves. I think that that's only part of the problem. There's a situation where resources are not really being provided to us. Okay, let's be real about it. There are systematic barriers impacting Black and Brown communities across the country. To be frank, that's the biggest challenge that we're seeing as we go from community to community, where folks are just not getting, they don't know where to go, they don't have insurance, they don't have a regular doctor, and they don't know how to get help. Whereas in other communities, this information and resources are frequently shared, and they know about it, and they make plans for it, and they plan with their families ahead of time so that if and when anything happens, they already know what to do. So we have to empower ourselves with this information. If we know we're not readily getting it, then we have to make sure we go get it, right? So that's part of the what we're trying to do at NMQF is make it easy with our website shiftcancer.org, SHIFT cancer.org, where you can go and look at where are the resources in my community. We also have to get over our own fears and concerns. We have a high mistrust in the health system for good reason. There's lots of reasons for it, but at the end of the day, that cannot preclude us from, getting the help that we need. So it's about finding your trusted provider. If it takes a little while to do so, that's fine, but find one that will listen to you, know the right questions to ask. The more you empower yourself, the more doors will open. And if we that's just true in life, right? So we have
Yep.
to also, be aware of the misinformation that spreads in our community, like viruses. A lot of information that we see on social media that we just take as truth. We have to get to the facts. Use, websites that are credible, that have factual information to find out the truth. Learn from trusted providers and trusted voices in our community that have been educated on the matter, and listen to that, that there is help along the way. Sometimes we also have a mental health issue in our own community where we
Yes.
don't want to receive positive information. We don't want to we've already resigned ourselves, so this is just the way my life will be. We see that with a lot of the diabetes patients in our community, where they're like, well, I don't want to change my diet because this is the way my life is going to be. No, we have a right to live longer and live better and have a high quality of life like everybody else. The more we say that to ourselves, the more we're going to take steps to ensure that that happens.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm enjoying this. Y'all know I love people who are out there in the community, taking those extra steps, raising awareness to things like this, because a lot of times it's really hard for us to even get the information, let alone get the insurance, let alone get the funds or fill out the paperwork to make it all go away. There's so many things, and all of this starts with just knowing that things are going on out there to be able to help you. And I feel like that's what we're doing here today. So, fellas, I like to got questions from the men, because I always feel like men get the short end of the stick when it comes to healthcare and things of this nature, because everybody says the black man don't want to go to the doctor. you know uh, so if you were seeing friendly faces like this, and people who seemed informed about what they were doing, would that make you more apt to go to the doctor?
I would hope so. It's going to take all of us,
Yeah, it's so quiet over here. He's like,
But we have lots of men that work with NFQF that, because we work with barbers. We actually give micro grants to barbers through NMQF's Wellness Warriors programs to spread factual information and provide resources in the barbershop. And our last fair, we actually gave free haircuts. The barber came and gave free haircuts to people who were lined up to get cancer screening. So I just want to shout out to our men. They do step up, and they should get a little bit more credit. For sure.
Now we've talked about the details of the event. Let's talk about, because here we like to talk about the business side of things as well. You have a laundry list of really great sponsors and people who are involved with this event. AUA would like to be involved with this event on next year. We might team up with you guys as well, but we do undergarments. So,
Okay.
to help keep people healthy and safe in that way. But when it comes time and you have a mission like this, something that you're trying to get out to the people, how do you decide who to partner with? Or is it just because of your type of cause that these people migrated to you?
Oh no, honey. We we
What you
have
feel was
pound
work?
the pavement. Yeah. We have a great team. We pound the pavement. We look at who actually wants to do the work. I must tell you, where every time we go in communities, and especially when we work with the local hospitals and health systems, there are a series of questions that we ask. We do community listening sessions, and we ask the community, what has been your experience with this hospital or this cancer center before we refer any patients to them? Because we need to, and we actually do go and train some health systems on how to you know, treat minority patients. We address implicit bias in our health system by providing training manuals as NMQF. So we're very serious about who we partner with, and making sure the intentions are clear and pure, especially because you're giving your data, your health data, to folks, and so they have to sign all kinds of waivers and all kinds of things to say we're protecting people, we're protecting patients before they can participate. So again, that's why it's such a great testament to all of these partners went through that process, and that we have more than 20, and that they are showing a real true commitment to the community. Because when you work with NMQF, you have to show that you're really doing it for the betterment of the people.
Okay.
All right. First, I'd like to applaud you on what you're doing. Continue the great job. We appreciate your service to the community. But I have one question. So now we sit there and we hear exactly what you're saying about making us aware about it for us men in
Yeah.
general. Now they say knowing is half the battle. How do you get black men, African American men, to actually come out and participate in it? Now, it's a lot of times we know what we need to do before it's taking that next step to do it. It's almost like next to
Yeah.
impossible.
Well, so we noticed that peer-to-peer pressure can work. So when
Right,
there's
bring it with you.
when there's certain folks who are involved and have that cachet in the community, that goes a long way. I will say, for example, with one of our fairs, we've done some fairs in Flint, Michigan. The biggest turnout we had with Black men was when we actually provided criminal record expungement services at the fair too. You know, we have to address the immediate
Y'all have
concern.
thought of everything. But I'm gonna tell you right now, pairing that with a health fair, I have never even thought to, I know that they do those expungements and things of this nature, but it's normally like a separate event. But you guys already are keeping records, you're protecting the community, as you said, by, because that's a lot of important information that you have to have about people. And to
Yeah.
be able to do that, now that would definitely get a Black man out if he
Well,
felt
I mean, that was the advice of the community. That's what happens when you do the community listening first and you don't just show up. So when,
you have to be able to solve a problem, right?
yeah, like what are
Right.
your top concerns? When we do our community listening sessions, we ask, what are your top concerns before we ask, what are your top health concerns? Because we know sometimes that your health isn't the top priority. We're not thinking about it. There's a lot of things on our plate on a daily basis. That's just the reality of it. So we asked those questions first, and then that came up for this particular community. So that's why we provided that. So the more you all participate, in even just that, the community listening session, of which we do provide a incentive for to participate, just to let y'all know for the next one. But the more you guys participate, the more information, then we're able to address your needs. That's the point, is that it's not about coming with our own solutions and our own. It's a collaborative process with the community, and the more the community participates, the better we're going to get it right.
Okay, everybody. So there is going to be this health fair. That's what I'm gonna call it, because this has everything in it. Has everything in it. It's going to be fun for your family, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sunday at 11 o'clock, correct?
11, yeah, we're just gonna say 11 a.m. for CP
We're gonna
time.
tell y'all 10 o'clock. So that
Let me
y'all
say
get out there and
11
don't
a.m.
miss it. Okay. Tell everybody where they can follow you guys on social media for not only this event, if they can't make it, but other upcoming events around the country.
Yeah, because we're gonna do a lot more. So you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, NMQF. I think we're on TikTok.
What you say? You
But
got it
we're
all.
on all the platforms, NMQF. And then reach out to us, because we're looking for community ambassadors all the time. And you really asked a lot of great questions, and I see a lot of great questions on the Facebook too that I would love to respond to. So, please, ping us too. Go to our website, shiftscancer.org, send us an email, and that we can get in touch for sure and come out on November 19th.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like it is going to be an amazing time. Now it's right before this guy's birthday, so I don't know if, since he got Thanksgiving on during his week, we might have to find us an activity. I'm gonna get him.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you like to do. I think we might have a massage station down there. If you like massages,
I think you got me with that one.
I'm trying to read his face.
She said me, not you.
I know. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
coming. I'm all for the massages. Thank you so much for participating on I'm Just Saying Live today. We have had an amazing time with you, and I think people really got edutained today. What you think?
Yes.
Bring a friend.
They got edutained. Make sure that you bring those guys out, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, bring it out. Thank you so much for participating. Y'all go follow them on social media.
Thanks for having me.
Bye. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Tucker fried chicken.
That Tucker was, you know what? He said it's Tucker fried chicken. I cannot stand you. I'm just saying. Y'all, that was a great interview.
Maybe I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
You are hungry. That's what he was trying to sneak in the kitchen and get. That's why we late coming on. I knew he was trying to get some food. You better eat one of these chicken meatballs over here.
One of those salty balls.
Anthony, you just messed up the show. This was a great show. We could have
It
put it
was.
somewhere.
She
And you just said something horrible.
No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna have to cut that. I don't even edit the shows. That's why they call live.
I'm just saying.
That was so trifling. I was really trying to post this somewhere. Thank you so much.
Come on.
I'm saying great show, and you appeared.
It was a great show. It is a great show.
Let's
go. Next time. I don't like salty balls either.
Y'all gotta stop.
Oh my God.
Thank y'all very much for entertaining me and these clowns. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. Now let's get on to our other hometown hero. I don't even know. I don't want to hear nothing about what you got to say. No, I'm not doing no comments. What? We already read that comment, Tucker. She was just asking.
I wanted to respond, but I guess I got
to respond.
The doctor said that she was going to respond.
But she can't say why a man not going.
The doctor is going to tell you. Let her
she can tell
about a man.
Yeah, she won't man.
She gonna tell you what she heard in her listening party. Right. Thank y'all very much. Moving on.
Listening
because I do not want to listen.
Moving on.
Y'all, I was gonna share it.
You can you share everything.
I'm trying to grow, and y'all just
we are growing. We being us 24/7.
But
this
that
is
don't
a
mean
great
it's
show.
Right.
It's a great show. They wanted it to be genuine.
That don't make it. It's genuine, but you don't have to say all that. Anyway, you already discussed it at the beginning.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I'm gonna replay it for you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about another hometown hero because it is time for our entertainment news segment. Okay.
We got some music on.
We don't need no music for this. Tuck, I don't see the video.
I don't know what happened to it. Let me see.
Can we pop it back up? I'm going to just add him to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Slim Thug has been doing some great things here, and the development has gone well. I know that he's been doing it for quite some time at this point, but we want to share what him and some of his friends are doing. Y'all know that I'm always for Thanksgiving over at Burns Barbecue giving out plates. Okay, we're always there to make sure that we cover the great things that they are doing in the community, and they are right at the heart of this story. So I hope y'all didn't hear that. Anyway, right at the heart of this story. So Tucker, I guess I'll hit play in just a second. So
I got you.
Here's our entertainment news.
Nipsey.
He's doing so with some of his longtime friends. Together, they make up Boss Life Construction. Their plan to rebuild this community had humble beginnings.
We started out in the tax auctions, buying properties, and we noticed that there was a lot of people buying from our community that wasn't from there or never been there.
So they decided to get their hands at it themselves. The friends say it was harder than expected.
It's kind of formulated and jumped out on faith, not knowing real estate, learning as we go on our own.
In 2016, they completed their first block, transforming this into this.
We gave it that kind of heights feel, you know. This is Conklin block. We came through and we built 7 homes.
Things began to take off from there. At the centralized point of development, Burns Barbecue, co-owned by Crawford, they plan to capitalize off the foot traffic.
We want to try to develop this whole block, this whole neighborhood, build more commercial restaurants around our commercial businesses, so when people from all over the country come in and see it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to try to do here, because, you know, I've just kind of gotten tired of the monotony of the entertainment news, if you will, until there's some big star who's done something great, this, that, and the other. I'm tired of the baby mama drama and all of these. So what I would like to do now is, if you guys have a hometown hero or somebody who is famous to you, if you will, that has done something great in the community and maybe even has a little video like this, or they were highlighted on the news or something like this that they did big, or even if they weren't and you have a video that you put together, we would love to highlight them here during our entertainment news segment, because a lot of times, you know, I go searching and all of it is a bunch of rumors and mess. That ain't what this is about. I like the mess and the drama, but this is really not what this show is about. I'm just saying live is about getting the word out there. It's about entertaining you. It's about having a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun.
We like to bring the celebrity news that you can actually apply to your life. Like,
we like those topics that are gonna make you want to discuss something. Okay,
right.
We really want you guys to be talking. We want to include some information on.
So Slim Thug building homes, building them where?
That's he where he's from. Do you know
North
where
side.
that is?
Mm.
North side.
Acres
Houston,
home.
Texas, and Acres Home. We've been seeing these properties pop up, and I was very down on the community for allowing people to buy up those lots. But now that I know that it's him and he's somebody from the area, I'm much happier about that, because the face of Acres Home, which is no longer Acres Home anymore, is changing.
Yeah, the name has
Okay,
changed.
the name has changed too, but I can't think of what the new name is right now. It has escaped me. Okay, all right. Now, after we do our entertainment news, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that slide, let me see. It is time, for our social unrest. Okay. Are y'all ready for this?
Hey, Sally. She said we cutting up.
She did. We already did that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on, because I know we got just a little bit of time before we need to get into this touchy subject, because it's touchy.
That's how she wouldn't tell.
All right. Okay.
Oh my God.
What I don't want to talk about is what you was talking about earlier. Anyway, thank you, Cammie, for your support on today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to talk about now are the HBCU school shootings, not only at Morgan State, Bowie State, and Prairie View A&M on this year. That's a lot, but I wanted to let you know and really put it in your face, because at the plight of when I feel like HBCUs have finally started being proud of themselves, people's kids are being sent to HBCUs, and they're talking about it as if it was a normal college, because before you always thought of it kind of as a second-rate type situation, unless you had a parent who attended an HBCU and they knew better. Right. Okay, and they knew better. So it says, since the start of 2023, there have been at least 103 incidents of gun violence on school grounds in the United States, with 72 people shot and wounded and 30 people killed per every town tracking. They reported this on October the 4th, so we know that number has gone up. Now I'm going to remove this image just for a little bit, because those are just a few of the schools who have been hardest hit, because Morgan State had a mass shooting. Okay. A mass shooting. Now, this weekend, a lot of people were talking about the things that were going on at Prairie View A&M University. Okay. The weekend before last, there was also a shooting during homecoming, but that had absolutely nothing to do with the school. That was not a sanctioned event through the school. Okay. So I know that it got attached to Prairie View because it was during the homecoming. There were lots of people in town. They attached it, but that was not what happened. So I want to say this. How do y'all feel about now that, people or the money has started shifting? I feel like it's because the money shifted. If the money is starting to shift and more people are being involved in their HBCUs, why all of a sudden now has this been getting so much attention, as if a Black university is not safe for you to send your kids?
Slander.
That's a one-word short answer. Is that all you got?
Well, in my sense, like you say, a lot of people are reaching out, sending their kids to HBCUs. These kids want to go there. The attendance record is higher. A lot of athletes are going there instead of going to these other predominant colleges. Now that the media, the public, everybody sees that, they're looking for another reason to say something bad about Black people or HBCUs. So what other way to talk about it? A school shooting. So we're going to blow this up. Now, how many school shootings or incidents have take place at HBCUs in the past history? But now, since everybody or the attention
is so focused on this right now, that things are happening. But I feel like in the past, I feel like things like this have happened. It may not have been as many or as big, because media is making it that way right now. So I want to find out, because I know that people have confrontations. I know that people are packing weapons, if you will, to these schools and running them up. what has changed? A lot of people are blaming it that after COVID, a lot of kids were inside. They were, not really going in-person interaction. And now these kids do not know how to deal with the in-person interaction. A lot of them are hiding behind these video games. All it is. How do you feel about that? How do you feel that plays an effect? Do you think that really has a role in what's going on?
Yeah, a lot, because now the kids don't know how, like you just stated, don't know how to interact with other kids. So somebody saying something to them or looking at them crazy, it's like a video game. What do? You shoot them. You do something bad to them. And now these kids, they can't just, I can't think of the actual word, but besides interacting, but they don't know how to be social in mixed company.
True.
They don't know what to do. And pressure, which to us is not pressure. Somebody saying something bad or looking at you crazy, now you just want to get all upset or mad because they're looking at you.
Okay, so y'all know I like to give out the facts. Number one, each day 12 children die from gun violence in America. 12. Okay, so I know that it is not just on the campuses that things like this are happening. Another 32 are shot and injured. Okay, that's daily. Guns are the leading cause of death among American children and teens. 1 out of 10 gun deaths are aged 19 and younger. So we know that 19-year-olds are definitely on college campuses, okay? Since Columbine in 1999, more than 338,000 students in the U.S. have experienced gun violence at school. So there is a whole society of kids, ladies and gentlemen, out there who have dealt with an active shooter in their school, being afraid to return to school because school got shot up last week. 338 kids dealing with that. That's crazy. Y'all want some more facts? In 2022, 34 students and adults died while more than 43,000 children were exposed to gunfire at school. So the numbers keep continuing. 4.6 million is the next number. An estimated 4.6 million American children live in a home where at least one gun is kept, loaded, and unlocked. Now, how do we feel about that? As parents who have guns, how do we feel about parents having guns in the home, ladies and gentlemen?
Gun safety. Your kids need to be made aware that guns actually kill. It's here in the house as protection. It's not a toy. It's not nothing for you to be showing off to your friends. And
but that all comes with learning about gun safety and including your children in that, ladies and gentlemen. They need to know that a real gun or a gun in their hand can definitely take someone's life, and that they should not be the ones taking people's lives into their hands. If your kid does not understand that, you lost the battle already. Your kid should not feel like they can play God and take someone's life. They need to know that there's a life at the other end of that gun or that pistol.
The seriousness behind it, because like I say, it's not a video game where you get shot and somebody come over there and revive you. Now you're back. You get shot, 9 times out of 10, you out of there.
Yes, because they're not going to hit the right spot, things of this nature. So make sure that if you are one of those parents that has those guns in your home, we're not telling you not to have them here. That's not what we're saying. I know a lot of people would say, no, we need to do away with all guns. We're not those people. We would love to be able to protect ourselves in the instance that something would happen. But we do also teach our kids gun safety and that you are not to be playing with the gun.
And in my eyes, it's not the actual gun that killed, it's people that kill. Because it takes a person to pull the trigger. So if you teach your kid and an individual that owns a gun, they need to know gun safety too.
Right. B. Jones says, please let them know that this is not Call of Duty. Exactly. Yes. If you have not had that conversation with your child, there is a problem.
Not Call of Duty, right?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you heard my ding go off. Okay, so we know that at 11 o'clock, y'all, I start shifting gears for the touchy subject. But before we get into touchy subjects, after we do this, we do our affirmations, and we always make sure that we do our movie scoop. before we get into our movie scoop, I'm going to do our affirmation. I'm going to move real quick because this week on Movie Scoop, we're doing something a little different. The end of the year is coming, and I know that you guys are going to be off for the holidays. So I wanted to give you a very special treat. And today we are going to be talking about, in the Movie Scoop, we're going to talk about your top Black movies, if you will, 10 must-sees as a Black person, okay? Things that need to be on your list or in your repertoire, okay? So, but before we get into that, people are not one thing. Now, I heard this on a movie, and it kind of resonated with me, okay? People are not one thing. I know a lot of people like to try to lump us into boxes, into different things, and say, well, if you're doing that, you can't possibly be doing this because you can't put your energies into all of these things. So how do you feel about this statement before I give my opinion? Is this a positive or is it a negative? Should people try to align themselves and be really great at one thing? Or do you believe what it says, that people are not one thing?
People are not one thing. A man is not just a man. A man is a provider, a worker, a husband, a father.
All those sound like the same thing to me.
But there's these different jobs that he have to take care of, these different jobs that he have to do. So a
but they're
man
all
is
jobs. So give us something else.
They're all jobs?
Yeah. You didn't put lover in there. You didn't put whatever. You said provider. You said whatever. All your things that you listed had to do with a man going to work. Every last one.
Well, it was just an example that men are not just
but they were
one
all
thing.
the same example in my mind.
But they not lumped. It's not lumped together.
Okay.
Okay, he can be. He's a lover.
Okay.
He's a leader.
Okay.
And I mean, you can't lump all that together because some people are not those things. And even for as a woman, I mean, she might be a mother, she might be a wife, she might be a school teacher,
and don't want to clean. Look,
she might be a doctor.
Okay, right.
Or she might be a congresswoman.
Okay.
So in general, no, I don't believe people are one thing. You never have been one thing. And
you are not just your sexual preference. That's another thing.
Live outside the box. Your parents teach you that. You see that as a kid. You see kids with moving from one thing to the next thing to another thing.
You can put it back to our faces.
So, hey, you're not one thing, and don't be lumped in.
You don't think lumping in is good?
No.
All right, we're with it. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today's affirmation is to remember, and to make sure you remember that. Here we go again. I'm gonna put it back up one more time. People are not one thing. Don't be so judgy. Don't be so quick to, I guess, because you're gonna wind up a hypocrite is what you're gonna wind up if you're judging those people out there that you feel like are doing too much. I can't stand when people tell you that.
It's not a such thing as doing too much. I always say they're not doing enough.
And don't get me wrong, people do have specialties, but they don't have to be just that all the time.
Just because you don't like what they're doing, don't tell them they're doing too much.
True. Very true. All right. So that was today's affirmation. I hope that you liked it. Your affirmation is to make sure you keep and remember what?
Yeah, what Coach Tuck?
Oh, Coach Tuck is working.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're always interrupting the show about that. Just let him do him.
He's more than one thing.
He's more than one thing. He got to work. So for today's movie scoop, ladies and gentlemen, I put top 10 must-see Black films. Okay. And some of these, have Black actors versus whatever. And I'm gonna read out the list. You don't have to try to squint with it. You try to see this. Now, I want you guys. You're welcome, Camia. Remember, people also. When I'm making this list, it was just a list of things that kind of immediately popped into my head that I felt like needed to be on the list. I also tried to cover a wide time span. So if I was going to do top 10 to be able to try to squeeze it in here, I want y'all to tell me if y'all agree. And I also want you to take time to put in the comments what your top African-American film or Black film or whatever you decide, however you want to call it, is of all time.
In any order.
These aren't in any order.
Yes.
These are just movies that I feel like you can get your card revoked if you have not seen or if you don't see. So let's go down the list. The very first thing is Do the Right Thing from 1989. If you have not seen snippets, If you have not seen, because I'm gonna tell you, Do the Right Thing has so many parts, pieces. We were talking about HBCUs yesterday. Some of us, this was our only representation of what was going down at HBCU. Correct?
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee did it for us. He did it for us. If you're not seeing a Spike Lee film, I'm also gonna try to pull your card. Okay. Now, and I'm not saying that you can't be one thing, but it's gonna sound real funny if you don't want to say. So next, The Color Purple. It was in 1985. You know, I'm just trying to school y'all because I really do enjoy movies. I know everybody is not a movie buff, if you will, but I like to say that I get out there. And most of these I've seen. Love and Basketball from 2000. Every woman loves Love and Basketball, whether she played basketball or not. Okay, everybody loves that movie, and that's a love story if y'all couldn't tell. Precious. This was one of the first times that we really realized, you know, like out in person about people kind of, you know, molesting children and this, that, and the other in current day time. We heard about it in these other stories or people taking young wives and things of this nature in movies, but this really gave us some hard-hitting, chilling. You know, you felt like the girl was so unwanted, but she was getting wanted and getting the wrong type of attention. That was crazy. You got to see Precious. Get Out. Men, what do y'all feel about the doggone Get Out? Okay, you have to see Get Out. Anthony hasn't seen Get Out. I can look at his face and tell. You haven't seen all Get Out.
You seen it with you. What are you
Oh,
talking
I was just
about?
making sure. I was
Oh my God.
boy, you crazy if you didn't watch Get Out. He had a little situation he needed to get out of.
You got to see Get Out.
Look, he had a little situation he needed to get out of. Welcome back. Anyway, Boys in the Hood from 1991. I have Black Panther here from 2018. This is when we were introduced to Wakanda and all its gloriousness. You know, we need to know that things like that are possible. I love that for kids, if you will, you know, to know that something, a Black Mecca like that could be out there. It says, okay, never seen Get Out and will not watch. Haven't seen Fences, Carmen Jones, Dear White People, Sparkle, or Sounder. Never heard of that. But some great movies. Well, that means you need during this break, you know,
we don't count. We don't count. She in Colorado. They yeah.
But she's from Arkansas.
She been living in Colorado too long. That's what's going on. She been in Colorado too long.
What'd you say? Too long. Okay. So next we had Fences on the list from 2016. Of course, that stars Denzel Washington and what's her name? Viola Davis. Next, Training Day. Now, that was the movie right there. I'm not gonna lie. I did really hate that, you know, Denzel won his award that he was hoping and waiting for forever for when he played the bad guy, but clearly it was compelling. I'm glad that he made that accomplishment happen, even if it was Training Day. So y'all can get up off of that as well. Set It Off is another one of those films of sisterhood, if you will, that I feel like everybody's seen. And I felt like those were some of the top 10 that you just gotta see. Okay, that was my top 10 that you gotta see. Now I had some honorable mentions. Those were she said Do the Right Thing gave light to racial tension. School Days was about sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you corrected me on that, Miss Montre. Sorry about that. You're right. I'm so sorry. I probably should put School Days up there too. Sorry about that. What? Oh, okay. I was running through there trying to get it. I was trying to make sure I had them all down.
I didn't see Minister Society on there.
Okay, because I'm gonna tell you. Because I prefer. I think I was Minister Society
1993.
It was 93, but I think I like Boys in the Hood for the storyline better.
Boys in the Hood was before Minister Society.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So it definitely could make the list as well. Yeah. I mean, if we wanted to, really honestly, we could put Blade up there too. I'm not gonna lie. That was the best, like vampire. I love vampire things, and we don't get that many as African Americans that are good, that aren't corny. You know what I'm saying? So Blade kind of took me. I really like the Blade series. So I have Love Jones here, Dear White People, which follows, you know, some African American students at, you know, what is it called? The what's the really good schools? The Ivy League schools. They were in an Ivy League school. And so you kind of saw their experiences there. Carmen Jones, that's real old school, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that takes you back to when we very first started kind of getting on screen and things of this nature. Of course, everybody loves Lean on Me. That made you fall in love with your principal. Coming to America. The comedy.
You smoke crack, don't you?
The comedy was impeccable. That was like when we very first saw Eddie Murphy playing all the characters.
What's your daddy name?
We hadn't seen him.
I'm gonna call him Joe.
I'm gonna call him what's his name? Cassius.
Daddy name Cassius.
Daddy name Cassius. Let's see. What else do we have here? Sparkle is another one.
The original.
The original Sparkle.
Yes.
Amazing. Then Roots. It took me forever. I'm gonna tell you this one right here. I used to tell people that I had seen it. I had not seen it for a very long time because it was long and I didn't make it all the way through. And I just used to go ahead and say I had seen it. But I have seen it now. Sounder. If y'all have not seen Sounder, you have to go see Sounder.
I don't know what Sound is. What's Sounder?
You got to go get Black then.
Okay.
It's one of those. It's from back in the day as well. I think this was one of Morgan Freeman's. Is Morgan Freeman correct that plays in Sounder? Gosh, I need to go look that up. I think it's Morgan Freeman. This is one of his old. I mean, is a ways back. It's gonna take you back.
What's the one where the girl was chained up to the heater?
Black Snake Moan?
Yeah.
I don't consider that a black movie.
That was good.
I don't consider that like a black whatever. It was good, but
she was just chained up.
All right. It says Colorado doesn't have nothing to do with it. It's more of I don't watch TV, but Juice, Menace to Society, Harlem Nights. Oh, Harlem Nights and Menace to Society definitely should have been on. House Party was also really great. Boomerang, it was funny. It was cool. Everybody loves it, but do I feel like it's the top or you needed to see it but that means also how to be a player should have been on here.
Can it get in the darker here?
Y'all only had a few spaces to be able to try to put Higher Learning.
Higher Learning was good.
It definitely should have been on here. You're right. But I didn't have that much space. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this. But this gave us the opportunity to talk about some movies that you need to go and check out
before the year change.
In your downtime.
Before the year change, while you off on your vacation time.
That. Now, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Man, gone on. Definitely gone on. It is time for touchy subjects. It is time for Tennille's touchy subjects. I know it's a little bit past 11 and we're going to get it real quick because it's real touchy. Okay. So here we are. Oh, I got to get my stuff together. Sorry. It says, Dear Tennille, I am currently 8 months pregnant. I'm only 19, but have always been a hard worker and a little mature for my age. So here's the dilemma. I recently found out that my boyfriend of 3 years has been lying about he and his best friend's relationship. They have late night smoke sessions and are hanging all the time. But it seems to me now that they are more than just friends. They are partners. I found this out through social media and want to blast him right there. I'm tired of being the mature one, but I have my baby to think about. However, a call out may make him get right. What do y'all think about this?
Ain't not gonna make him change. If he cheating, he cheating.
Cheating ain't one thing. He gonna have to help her raise this baby. And not only is he cheating with a man.
What? You said
his best friend.
I thought you were talking about his best friend was a female.
Is a guy.
Oh, no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're confused like Anthony, this man has been saying he's hanging out with his homeboy all times of the night. He chilling, doing his thing. She letting him smoke and be him with his bestie. And they over there screwing. And she found out through a post on social media.
That's nasty.
So she wants to blast him for it. But she's saying she has her child to think about. I'm going to tell you right now. If you blast him, you're going to regret it because the rest of your child's life, everybody's going to be saying, your daddy gay, your daddy this, your dad. Even if he tries to get himself together, tries to have you coming over for this, that, and the other, that is going to be something that your child is going to have to deal with. If he been undercover, because it sounds like he's undercover and he's bisexual. because he has a baby coming with her. She's young. She wants him to be responsible. So she's trying to scare him back in the house. I don't see you scaring him back in, but what I need to know is if you're comfortable with dating a man that's bisexual.
That's nasty.
So,
I mean, she's not gonna change nothing that he's doing because she blasted him. But
Kimmy says, partner for you, Anthony. Partner means same gender.
what?
Yes.
So this is not my partner?
Yeah, kind of.
So
because when you fill out insurance paperwork, that is your partner. No, we're your spouse. I'm your spouse.
Well, now, but you know, still. But anyway, yeah, I thought you was talking about he hanging out with a chick and they. But now, what?
So, ladies and gentlemen, put in the comments. We don't have very much time. Look at Tucker's face. Tucker, just say, now this wouldn't be as big a problem for me, again, if it was a woman and she got caught sleeping with her homegirl. But a man sleeping with his homeboy, y'all are over there, you know, mingling and meshing things, bringing it back over here, which it should be the same. Cheating is cheating. But does this take it to another level?
Yes, because it's nasty.
Somebody said ain't no such thing as a bisexual man.
Exactly. Thank you. You gay. It's just what it is.
Welcome to
You
the
don't
show.
go both ways.
All right, so it's levels to this.
Man, it ain't levels. It's shit black and white. Look.
Does she? But what she's asking is, can she be petty for a second? She's upset about it. Can she be petty or no?
She can do what she wants to do.
I think she can only for this. Nigga, you tripping. Like, you need to figure out what this you gonna do. But for her, like, there ain't no, I don't know, but I don't know how her mental state is, but like, there's no coming back from that. Like,
here's a comment from Denver Dynasty says, at the end of the day, it's still your child's father, and that call out gonna stop what he really he really wants. Not gonna stop what he really wants. Just be an adult and move on. Give him the option to be a father. If not, just move on.
Yeah, before you catch something.
Oh man.
No, move the fuck on first.
Right, in that order.
And he definitely I'm with this, he definitely should have been honest. You know, all it, like y'all said, definitely stating facts, because nobody definitely wants to give anything to an unborn child, if you will. If you out there getting and grinding, you need to know that this definitely affects your child. I think he's not really looking at the responsibility in this. Let's see what else we have here. It says, is it such a thing as a bisexual man? Everybody keeps coming back to the same conclusion. No. Here on I'm Just Saying Live, we don't care, but that's gay. Once you go down the rabbit hole, it's gay. I can say rabbit hole. I can't say nothing with hole in it. Okay, sorry.
No, you can say rabbit hole.
I did. But you can't say the G word. And that's the thing. I'm with this. She's definitely hurting right now. Right. And so I know that she wants to go in. But again, once you do that, he is blasted for life. Your friends, your family know. Right now, you're still pretty much covered because nobody knows that he's messing with this man. This man just around all the time. But I'm sure if he come around, we can tell that both of them is a little fruity.
Okay, so let me ask this. So is she supposed to stay silent and not say nothing? And that's why all the undercover men come in there? No, tell him. Tell on him so everybody know he.
Anthony, we just said that it don't make a difference if she tells.
Well, tell. Because he running around here like everything else.
Yeah, in this situation,
and that's what also has commented, said that it's people out here doing that every day, and most people have no idea.
Yeah, but people need to
do what I'm saying. So we got to get away from like trying to be hush about that. Like, bro, if you like men, go like men. Declare that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Because I mean, a woman.
Montre said, "Go get them papers for some support. You might as well go fill them out."
Yeah, because there's not one woman want to go in a relationship with a man not knowing that he has a secret. So if he doing something like that, he need to be upfront with it and see if she want to be in a relationship with him.
So we're gonna give our final comments because we are at 11:30 to go. Final comment: should she or should she not, and how should she move forward?
he should shoot shots.
Shots fired.
Yeah. I mean, because ain't no relationship to repair. He can be a father all he want to. You know what I'm saying? He still got that option, whether she blasts him or not. That's his kid, right? So my thing is this. Stop
And
being
really, are you blasting him? In my mind, you blasting? No, you're blasting him because you're pregnant anyway. He over here playing gay on one side and straight on the other. He gonna be blasted because they gonna be on him because you pregnant. Because I'm gonna tell you, you get up in there and you shooting up the club, baby. That means you was enjoying that thing. So either way, he getting blasted already.
It's this to me is part of a bigger generational issue, but that's a whole nother discussion about what we talked about how each generation is getting gayer and gayer. Now it's like Gen Z is like 22, almost a quarter of their population is identifies as that. So we can get into that, but
right, and they're comfortable with doing that. They're comfortable with saying
with going back and forth. Yeah, that's
back and forth, or I love who I love, pansexuals.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. That
she's definitely embarrassed. Have you want to say your final comment, or are you basically agreeing with Tuck?
Yes, agreeing with Coach Tuck, and she neither gonna move on, and like Montre said, gonna fill out them government forms.
So here I am with the thing. If you blast him out, then you create a situation where he may not want to help you with this child. If he is right now being participatory and wants to help take care of the child and his responsibilities as a father, maybe not make the bad blood. And again, you're going to be making yourself look bad in a thing because everybody's going to ask how you couldn't tell that this was a gay man that you were sleeping with. Period. So that's what I got to say right here on I'm Just Saying Live. I'm Tania.
Coach Ant. I mean, damn. Call me Ant _.
You don't have to say
real Coach Tuck, man. Hit me up. Let me know.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back here next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Please tell your friends and family, and definitely go and subscribe to our YouTube at I'm Just Saying Live. We out.
Peace.